All right, what is up, y'all? Welcome. It is August 6th, 2026, and we have a little bit of a downtrend. Markets are kind of creeping down here on the NASDAQ. The S&P, not really. S&P's doing just fine, hanging out right around yesterday's lows. We had a decent little downtrend yesterday morning that stopped at about, 10:30 and went dead flat, and we have now been there the entire time. It's crazy stuff. Currently August 6, 2026. Beautiful stuff. It is Thursday. We have one day until one of my favorite data postings, which is tomorrow, which is non-farm payroll. Non-farm payroll. Yeah, buddy. What's up, YouTube? How's it going? How's everybody doing? Hope everybody had a fantastic evening. We are getting cranking. Yesterday we saw a very slow, very kind of just lazy downtrend in the morning. The buyers hit almost every single 5-minute candle. If you look on NASDAQ and the S&P, almost, not all of them, but almost all of the red candles that formed were bottom wicked, and yet we just kind of mosey on down to the downside to show just a little bit of kind of a structure break from the prior session. Nothing crazy. Let me get my indicator kind of cranking here. NASDAQ is definitely a little bit more bearish than NASDAQ, kind of creeping on down. We are now down about 700 points from yesterday's highs. Overall, it's a nice downtrend. It's just very slow. Looking across the market, we have a mixed bag on tech, red and green. SanDisk is down 13% after an earnings destruction. Now, I think they actually did pretty well in the numbers itself, but the results are different. Yeah, buddy. How is everybody doing? You ready to make some money today? Everybody ready to make some money? What's up, Jim? LL Cool J, how you doing? Glitch, good morning. Good morning. NASDAQ still coming down. Beautiful. One more day till Friday. What's up, Dalai Lama? SPX shorts are too obvious, right? You would think. I think everybody knows that they know that we know that SpaceX is going down. I think everyone can kind of see that the hype was insane, and all the unlocked gates that are going to be opening between now and January are going to do not too well for SPX. SPCX or SPX for that matter. All right, everything is still coming down. Week on S&P. NASDAQ is still coming down after Monday and Tuesday. Trying to get things cranking. I think I saw someone bought $8.7 million of short-dated calls on SPCX. Yeah, it's going to be spicy, man. I'm sure he's sweating. Get ready for some random strikes to drop people in. Yeah. Coming down. Morning, Crucio. How you doing? 29,260 down to 250 and dropping. VIX is 16 after popping up to 18, back down to 15, up to 16, back and forth. RTY. Rolling. Silver. Bouncing. Gold is kind of still flying to 43.07, and we're just kind of doing our thing. First week using Claude to analyze CVS files and screenshots of my brokers. 7 trades so far, excluded options per. I wanted to point out my position size. Nice. Keep utilization at a minimum. It's good stuff, man. Position size will keep you alive. I need some music. It's quiet in here. In my office. So, the 3 C's are what I'm going to be looking for here. The 3 C's are always what I'm going to be looking for. And today is no different. Just simple stuff. Yesterday, very, very small win posted. Nothing crazy. Wasn't that great of a day in terms of just looking for what I wanted to see. I didn't see much. I did not see much, which is okay. Boom. I've got to get, let's see, 6. There you go. I got to get Take Profit Trader to remove the blown accounts off my list. It's been a while. All right, 29,336. That's a dump down and then a big pump back up. I currently have Chill and Relax Jazz. Nice. Options are leaning towards a option seller's day. So we have a tremendous amount of call selling and put selling. So the puts are going straight up, the calls are going straight down. So NASDAQ, big bottom wick, 29,350. And yeah, buddy. Bottom wick on NASDAQ. What, a monster green candle? Where? Oh, yeah, I mean, the NASDAQ had a beautiful bottom wick right here on the 5 minute. So, yeah, definitely a 120-point bottom wick. You're exactly right. Yes, sir. I like it. So, the quick red out of the gate and then a bottom wick here. We'll see if that leads to more upside once it takes out this level. On up. Keeping a close eye on gold as well. I am looking for what the buyers are going to do here after such a slow red day. What are they going to do in terms of capturing highs? Are we going to trap the shorts or trap the longs? That's the question right here. Coming up, 29,400 all the way up. All the way up. See if we can get this thing going. There we go. Nice little green. Blasting. Bottom wicking and rocketing. Bottom wicking and rocketing. 29,410, 29,420. Shifting higher. That's a nice bullish reversal on NASDAQ. We have a strong high volume bottom wick, higher highs. And now we're going to try to recapture the 460 mark. NASDAQ, massive, almost going 200-point bounce already, which is awesome. Which is awesome. Still going. Monster green candle, baby. Monster green candle. S&P is 77.56. They put on a bullish reversal. NASDAQ came on down and filled almost down to Tuesday's lows. The big monster imbalance that was at, about 222? We nearly got there, and buyers are defending that move. That's a pretty crucial item for them to defend as well. The big price imbalances where a change in character really kind of kicks off, and those are awesome targets, and NASDAQ is flying. Beautiful. 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 One second, I'm going to get some music going. How was everybody's session yesterday? How'd y'all do? I was out of the office most of the afternoon. I had a lot going on. Can you explain the entry criteria for 3Cs? 100%. Yeah, 100%. The 3C criteria. The first criteria is a volume spike. The second criteria is a wick. And the third criteria is a higher high or a lower low if you're looking for a short. And the general theme is looking for volume, which equals activity. The wick to make sure that not only is it showing up on the order book, but it's holding, because a bottom wick that closes on a candle, whichever time frame you're analyzing, tells you that that order book is at least strong enough to hold that time frame. Because if you see a bottom wick form and then it sells back off into an engulfing red, that tells you in that particular time frame the order book is still selling into prices. It's still selling any kind of buy orders, which is no good. You need to see the order book start to lift the asks instead of sell the bids. And you'll start to see that by the price action start to float higher and stay higher. It doesn't get crashed back down, and the order book starts to go higher, lift the bid, boom, or lift the ask, and things start to go up higher. The higher high is where it closes the actual higher high and tells it that we're ready to accept higher prices without selling, and then up we go. So it's all about thinking the visual aspect of trading into the order book, the actual order book of what's going on right here. It's good stuff, man. All right, we have a tremendous amount of put selling and a tremendous amount of call selling. So about 700 million of puts sold, 700 million of calls sold. Call seller day. Now remember, tomorrow is non-farm payroll, which is going to be good stuff. It's one of my favorite market events to trade, simply because it's usually extended one way and then counters the next day or the session itself. Yeah, buddy. So it's one of my favorites. We're going to keep an eye on it. Does that make sense, Jimba? All right, NASDAQ still going nice. Still going up nice. There we go. Now we got some music going. What's up, D. Trent? Is this a new chat room? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Big loss. Fully mall fault, not fart. What happened, Dave? What'd you do? Fully tackled my 3-day woes. What happened? Day 3 woes. All right, still going NASDAQ. Beautiful bottom wick with volume. Boom. I'm surprised you don't affiliate with Lucid, my number one source of payouts. Yeah, they're kind of new. I don't, like I said, I only like to affiliate with companies that I use and that I believe in, and that also brings value to you all. So I could try it. I mean, it's up to y'all, man. It's all about up to y'all what you're looking for. And if I can find something that I enjoy, that I believe in, that you can get value out of, and it's a beneficial relationship, then cool, let's do it. Kept buying the dip where there was no dip. Like during the New York session. Did you see what I said last night about the one new prop firm? I didn't. No, sir. Yeah, let me know. I've been completely out of the office since I signed off yesterday. I've had so much going on, a lot of obligations. So today I'll be a little bit more. I'll be in the office more. I don't have order flow, just candles. That's okay. Well, it's the thought of understanding the connection between the two, and I firmly believe that all traders should have an understanding of what happens on the order book. We get so caught up in the visual candles that I think at least conceptually you need to understand what we're looking at here. There's now a new prop firm where you can trade sports contracts, political contracts, crypto. So it's like prop firm for whatever that one thing was. That's crazy, man. Two-sided stops, revenge trades, amplify the loss. I understand. I've been there, done that, man. Been there, done that. All right, NASDAQ, beautiful bottom wick and higher. That happened very, very quickly. So they dumped it down about 100 points, bottom wicked it, and launched it. Going over the S&P, we have nothing. S&P is dead flat. Dead flat. SanDisk is down 8%. However, they were down a lot more than that here a couple minutes ago. They had earnings last night. They posted a pretty decent revenue, but they got wrecked. Everything else is doing pretty good. MU and SanDisk seem to be always neck and neck. Tesla's red, but that's okay. SpaceX is starting to recover a little bit. I think everyone pretty much assumes that thing's at least going to go sub 100. So once we hit sub 100, I'm going to begin to dollar cost average into that. A big loss, didn't cut losses, blew past my stop and didn't see it until the exit was missed. Luckily, it wasn't a massive position size, so that's okay. Yesterday to me was very just a very mad day, like a tepid day. I took that one little trade, which was annoying, but it's just meh. Whatever. We'll get something going today. Tremendous amount of put selling all the way up. I still didn't do the stupid drawing for the TPT accounts. I apologize. As an apology, I'll do in a second TPT. I'll draw 2 names out of the account today, and I'll do it on the stream so I won't forget. And then we'll do the 150K giveaway too, because I'm a big jabroni. NASDAQ still going 460, at which point I'm going to target 520 right here. So the momentum is still very strong. The beautiful thing about being in a bull trend is that you don't have to wait very long for a buy the dip opportunity. Like yesterday was a pretty strong bear trend, or bear day. Weak bear day. In the next day, they're going to start putting on the buy orders. They're going to start buying the dip here. So it's nice. Forget another day and double. Yeah. I got a phone call. Missed what you were saying. I was doing 150K account, 100K accounts. The temptation to leverage was too much. I've been doing 25K accounts with smaller goals, help consistently and dramatically. There you go. Beautiful. Soon we'll get a 100K funded account to gamble on weather next Tuesday. What a time to be alive. But don't you see though? It's especially if you're someone who's spiritual, that you see the sin and the sports and the gambling is starting to go rampant. I mean, we can gamble on anything, everything. It's crazy. Poly Market, and then whatever else is called, Kalshi, whatever, which I thought was a granola bar, but apparently it's also a sports book. Degenerate prop firm, yes sir. All right, NASDAQ still flying, baby. We are up 230 points and going after a beautiful high volume bottom wick and a higher high price. Tremendous amount of put selling. NASDAQ goes 585. I like it. You've been on the money the past couple of weeks. I should take a trade off of that. First target here, 620 all the way up. Oil still dropping a little bit after that beautiful high volume 3. See, look at that. That 908 top wick. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Kind of what I was talking to Jimba there on YouTube. Is that price action climbs, you get that high volume top wick. And then we start to flow down under a lower low. It's where price action fails to go higher. It starts to show high volume where the sellers begin to hit on the order book and the price action begins to trend down. I like it. Next week, Monday, we begin afternoon streams. Those will be for Discord only. By the way, I don't know if I made that clear, but the afternoon streams will be for Discord only, no YouTube. Morning, Andrew. When you have a moment and free to chat for 5 minutes, would you mind talking about the new options funded account? Yes, I can. Yeah, 100%, Mark. Let's get through the open here and when things kind of get dull. And just ping me again so I don't forget, and we'll go through all the details. That'd be good. NASDAQ still freaking flying, baby. All the way up, 490. Don't get caught in the trap of trying to short yesterday's momentum. This is straight bullish momentum. Remember the macro theme. This is why it's always good to maintain a macro awareness so you don't get skewed to the bias, the short-term bias. ES is coming up and pivoting off of 0.840 high time frame, and NASDAQ is going 29.5. $1.2 billion in puts sold. Let me show you this. Here. Where's it at? On Spot Gamma. Look at that. Straight up. I got to hit refresh. NASDAQ 29.5 and going. 1.2 billion in calls and 51 million in calls. That's up from about $1 billion and then 1.2 billion in puts sold. So just straight up. I like it. NASDAQ is freaking flying, baby. Almost 300-point recovery on NASDAQ, and that is bull fuel, baby. All the way up. No shorting, of course. And we are back. The bulls are back in town. I'm pretty sure that was the song. Can I get your Discord? Yes, you can. Link should be in the description of the video. Let me get that for you. Copy link. There you go. And boom. Oh, that didn't work. All right, still going. Awesome stuff, baby. Awesome stuff. NASDAQ straight up. No shorting. Not yet. Remember, tomorrow's non-farm payroll. Had a long entry at 280, but I set a profit target instead of letting it run. There you go. I get it. Profit targets are double-edged swords. Sometimes they're great, sometimes they're terrible. I mean, I guess that's pretty much everything in trading, right? NASDAQ still going. S&P, 7764. Today's going to be a good day. I can feel it. I like it. Oh. Moving your stops up on Qs. Nice. Let's see. TLT is still hanging out at 83. The yields are back up And Kashkari yesterday kind of kicked off the downtrend by saying that he supports rate hikes on FOMC meetings, and now they are looking to confirm that. So the next FOMC is most likely going to be a rate hike. So prepare for rates to go even higher, baby. My name is also Andrew, and I will host Asia streams for you if you like. My work won't let me have another job, conflict of interest, so I'd wear a fire pot hood. There you go. I appreciate that. Yeah, my career wouldn't let me have another job either. They said I had to choose. It's either you be a pilot or you go be a finance YouTuber, but that's it. I had to choose. New viewer, have a funded account through Apex, but I'm not sure if trading during news is discouraged. So what is the news events? I don't remember. I used to trade Apex years ago. I don't anymore. So I don't know the answer to that. If anyone knows the rules behind Apex, throw it in the YouTube chat. If trading during news is discouraged, I don't remember if they do or not. I trade with Take Profit Trader. I think Take Profit Trader has a great ability to make a lot of money without all the Apex kind of drama. Highly encourage you to check out Take Profit Trader, though. All right, NASDAQ still straight flying, baby. Remember the retail. Is that yesterday was probably a worm on the hook type of day. They're probably all sitting around their little table, eating their chicken parms, drinking their wine, with their gold pinky rings, and they're saying, hey, no one's going to want to short anymore if we keep rocketing like we did Monday and Tuesday. So how about we have one little weak red day to get them shorting again, and then the next day when they start shorting, we'll pump it into oblivion again. That's the way I think about this stuff. Now, it sounds ridiculous and it sounds comical, but honestly, that's how the order book works. That's how they have to induce liquidity. Anna Coling talks about that in Chapter 4, that in order to change price action, you can't just go blasting into oblivion and expect that to continue. You've got to put on red days to kind of change up the order book to induce liquidity. It all comes down to liquidity. So it's no surprise to me we're seeing a tremendous buy up here after yesterday's little shenanigans. However, looking at where we are, we have this little range right there we are dealing with. This is yesterday's low closing price that we are now putting on an SR flip. That we need a pivot. That's right, Umag. That's right. Welcome if you're on YouTube. Thanks for being here. If you're new to the channel, post in the chat. Let me hear you. Let me see you. Let me answer some questions for you. Don't be a lurker. With nano futures, I wonder if they will also reduce the commission fees. Imagine taking 100 nanos and getting more fees than a mini. I probably think I hope they do at least. I know they still have to pay commissions to the exchanges, but I hope they do lower the commissions. Now, I think the nanos are a great thing when you learn how to trading. However, if you want to trade these nanos that are coming up, by the way, August 24th is when those nanos go live. If you want to trade the nanos, you cannot scalp them. Scalping a nano for 10 points will be ridiculous. You'll scalp it and you'll make like $1.50 at best. Those should only be used for a biased trend trade. So if you think the NASDAQ is going to fly 300 points, use a nano if that's what you want to do for your account. Don't scalp those things. Use it as a way to build a system around trend trading and understanding where things are going to go without too much risk. What do you feel Take Profit Trader does better than the other prop firms? They stay out of the nonsense. There's no drama. They're just cool, calm, and collected, man. If you look at all the other prop firms, and I'm not talking crap about the other prop firms because most of them are actually pretty good. The ones I will talk crap about are Top Step and Apex. They're garbage, complete garbage. The other names like Lucid, I've not really heard anything bad about Lucid. TRADIFY is fantastic. I affiliate with TRADIFY as well because I believe in them. I think My Funded Futures is another one that's kind of becoming popular. I don't know much about them. I haven't heard too much bad about them. But the thing that Take Profit Trader does, their actual rules are fantastic. So they offer you copy trading. They offer you daily payouts. There's no nonsense, so they don't hassle you on your payouts or demand a high degree of proof and video footage and all that kind of stuff. They just pay you. I mean, it's just instantaneous payouts, daily payouts, and their live account is the best in the business. So when you go live on Take Profit Trader, it's the closest thing to a real brokerage account there is. It's literally, once you go live, it's as if you have a real brokerage account. There's no restrictions on anything. You make $100,000 in a single day, you take out $100,000 in a single day. If you're someone who can make $30,000 every single day for 6 days straight, then guess what? You're going to pull out $30,000 every single day for 6 days straight. So it's fantastic. It's a great company. It's a great company. And there's no nonsense. They don't change the rules. They stay out of the news. What you see is what you get. Have you been able to take the faster payout on TPT? It's extraordinary, dude. It's like instantaneous. So, yeah. All right, 29,530, still coming up here. I don't see any real reasoning for shorts here yet. We have this little down candle that immediately is buying back up, but I didn't see a lot of volume on this. If you switch over to the 5-minute, if we close under this move right here at 490, we might have a Fibonacci retracement. So if we do start to retrace off of this level, then I'll simply target the Fibonacci, which is right here at 395, and I'll play that off of that. That might be a good opportunity to re-enter longs at about 396. I just looked to make sure I wasn't dreaming. 11 accounts since I took a payout. That's okay. Imagine 150K Apex accounts taking 24,000 nanos. Yeah. I finally hit my 52K on my 50K funded on Take Profit Trader. I was a huge losing streak. I got even more confused once Apex had restructured in recent months. Yeah. They started offering on all account prices, assuming they were losing ground, all that change they made. Yeah. Well, once you lose the trust of the retail trader with props, you're going to go down, and that's what Apex did. Is that they lost the trust with all their nonsense, and then that court document came out, says that they were actively doing everything they could to deny traders, and that's terrible. All right, put selling is still going straight up. 1.4 billion puts sold. They're not buying any calls here, but they are certainly selling puts. Throw back and remember what you say, banana on entries. Yeah. Honestly, the only reason I haven't started doing that now with calling out trades is because I'm not giving the YouTube my trades. I'm only giving Discord, and if I say that, then they're going to know I'm in a trade. So, yeah. Never had any issues with Top Step on payouts. No, they don't deny payouts or nothing like that. It's just the fact of they added the payout caps, and now there's so many roadblocks to take out money. The problem is that the main number one problem I have with Top Step is that they don't. It's a huge burden when you finally have the big day, the big week, the big quarter. What you don't realize, if you haven't been doing this long or you haven't reached profitability yet, is that your trading system should rely heavily on your 2 to 3, 4 big wins a year. Because most of trading is boring, slow and steady, a grind. Your profit and loss statement is kind of slowly grinding up. And then every now and then you get a gigantic week. You just kill it and you make a ton of money. And that pays for a lot of stress. And Top Step cuts that out from under you. That's not an option with Top Step, because if you make $100,000 in a week, guess what? You can't pull out any of that, especially if you're on funded account. And then even if you do go to live account, you have to have like 30 days of profitability before you can touch the money. So it's a huge burden, massive. And so it's just no good. I can't tell you, if I didn't, like in my personal IBKR account, if I didn't have those big days every couple of months, then I would not be anywhere near who I was today in terms of my profitability. So it's not good. And unfortunately, the average trader trading Top Step or anything like that, they'll never get to experience the big wins. They'll never get to experience the weeks or months where things are just clicking on all cylinders and you're killing it. And unfortunately, it's a huge downside. Yeah. Whereas TPT, if you have those big weeks, big months, you'll take out every dollar. All right, new high of the day for NASDAQ right here at 500. No high volume spikes. Let's go over and take a look at the S&P. S&P is 7760. Still going. Straight up, baby. No shorting. All the way up. No shorting. All the way up. Beautiful stuff. Citadel is watching. I hope not. I don't want them to rug me. What's up, K2? I'm back. How we looking today? Straight up, baby. No shorting by the dip. It's a great day, man. It's a great day. It's a great day. They're slapping this candle. Yeah. High volume spike came in right here at the 10 o'clock move. Now the decision making is, do we get a 10 a.m. reversal and the bears take back control, especially with that high volume spike, or do we get the rallies? We have high volume. We have a top wick. Do we get the lower lows? The third C of the 3C system. This will determine whether or not we have an actionable short position or it's going to be a trend day. If the bulls hold this candle, most likely we will trend up to 700. So if you're going to look to take a short position, this is where you're going to do it. If they can close lower, this is your opportunity right here. Let's see what we can do. Slapping the base. That's right. I watched a thing about them yesterday. A guy was in the trading room, couldn't show anything, but they said they love meme stocks. Uh-oh. I'm sure they do, man. I'm sure this is all a game to them. A game with like 9 zeros behind it. Fairly new. I'm starting with SPY. Should I be going with that or NASDAQ? Doing that micro futures. I wouldn't. If you're new, I would not touch NASDAQ. I would not touch NASDAQ. I would trade the S&P, definitely. It's a little bit slower, not as crazy. NASDAQ is for big boys, like big accounts, massive accounts. All right, ES is bouncing. NASDAQ is bouncing. No 3C closer yet. No 3C closers yet. We need to get a 3C close at 498 before you take a short position. Otherwise, this thing will continue on to 700. This is kind of like, all right, this is a roadblock or a complete reversal. Just be safe. Probably make a ton from selling premium. Yep. Yep. What's up, Burning Phoenix, though, by the way? Welcome. Welcome to the server. That's right, Psychic Guru. That's right. Call selling, put selling. Both of them together. Let's go take a look at the individual names. SanDisk is still recovering. SpaceX is not recovering. They had a little bottom wick, but that's it. NVIDIA. Everything else is kind of doing the exact same. Just kind of gap down, recover. Still here. If we can get under 498, 495, I will sanction a short position. But only then. Only then. Let's go to the 1 minute real quick. I've been on the 5 minute. There you go. There we go. Engulfing red. I'm kind of craving some ice cream. Maybe I'll go with a. Maybe I'll go get a banana split. We'll see. Just maybe. Just maybe. Speaking of which, the new options prop firm, you can sell premium, which is very surprising to me. I couldn't believe they actually offered premium selling on a prop firm. You think SpaceX would be rocket ships since it's the first company to put their trademark on the moon? Well, you got to get up, you got to get down and get back up, man. And that's what they're going to do. Then SpaceX is going to get wrecked purely because now everybody who is now a generational millionaire who works there is going to sell everything. They're going to retire, and that's going to leave us to pick up the scraps. So once 70 goes up, once SpaceX goes under 100, under 70, under 40, we will look to buy it up and hold it for 30 minutes, or for 30 years. Sorry, not 30 minutes, 30 years. Yeah, we're going to scalp it. 1 point, holy crap, 1 point, how many billions? 1.6 billion put sold. 560 million call sold. That is a massive 300-point bounce on NASDAQ. 340-point bounce on NASDAQ into the SR flip of yesterday's low. This is a very crucial point for the buyers to hold. If they can get under 490, 498, that's when we look to short it back down to at least the Fibonacci retracement. But if the bulls hold it, then 700 should be pretty much guaranteed. Pretty much. SpaceX lockout period ends today. That's correct. Yeah, and then it continues on from now until January. So like hundreds of millions of shares get unlocked today, and it continues on for the next 6 months, 7 months. NinjaTrader is now has live with single stock futures. Haven't tried one yet. I need to try that out. Let's go take a look at the S&P. What are they doing? Downtrending, 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 downtrending. You need a 3C to consider shorts. You need a 3C to consider shorts. I just looked at the options funding site, and this is what it said in our strategy. The growth plan includes level 5 options access and allows undefined risk positions. Multi-leg strategies such as verticals, iron condors. Express plan is buy only. Yep, 100%. It's pretty awesome, man. It's pretty awesome. NASDAQ blasting. No 3C whatsoever. Only longs, baby. Only longs. Didn't even come close to getting a close, and this thing just launching 100-point instantaneously over 490 to 590, and it's off to the frickin' races, baby. We are now repeating Monday and Tuesday again. They had to gather weapons and ammo yesterday, but holy smokes, this thing is launching. Launching. 1.8 billion put sold. Tremendous, tremendous put selling day. They're just selling deltas like they're going out of style. We have 200 lots sitting at 77.70 on the S&P. NASDAQ has so little liquidity, it almost looks like Christmas. I mean, it's crazy. Like, whatever they do have is at 550, 29,550, which was pretty much where we're at now. But this is straight up bull rallies, baby. Straight up bull rallies. Straight up. 580. NASDAQ hasn't pulled back at all since the opening 3 minutes. It's been straight up. Ripping and a tearing, baby. Ripping and a tearing. Man has been arrested after dressing up as the Grim Reaper and standing outside of a hospital and staring at patients. That's called a troll. Massive green, still going. Absolute monster tear from 250 to 580. That's 360 points and going nonstop. Absolutely straight up. Coming all the way up to 700. They've broken through the SR flip without a single retracement. Not a single lower low. And we are off to the freaking races, baby. All the way up. All the way up. All the way up. Tackling fuel. They're repeating Monday and Tuesday. They're repeating it. High volume came in there again at 10 o'clock. They came in again at 10:06. And both times went higher and higher. Out for the day, logging off. Nice noob. Well done. $29,580. On TPT, can you withdraw before you reach the 3K buffer? I assume you're talking about the 100K account. No, you cannot. You got to hit the buffer first. Straight up, 587, 600. This is a repeat of Monday and Tuesday. No shorting. All shorts have to be completely disregarded again. So they got you shorting after yesterday, and now it's off to the freaking races. Straight up all day, every day, baby. They're back at it. Now they're going to start recapturing yesterday's highs, and then they come all the way back up to Tuesday's highs. Straight up. Straight up, baby. Straight call selling. NASDAQ is going up another 100 points. ES is going to 77.70. All day, every day, baby. We're up already 400 points from the lows. We're going straight up. Now we're going to recapture up to 620, and then after that, we're going to 680. Once we recapture the 680 SR flip, you see this little SR flip we have right here? Now, all that open liquidity that we're going for. So that's where we're going to be going for, 680, 700. So that's why I keep grabbing that target. And after that, we're going to recapture Friday's high or yesterday's highs of 30,070. Be ready for it, baby. We're going. We're going all the way up. All the way up, baby. Straight up. No shorting. Let's go, baby. Let's make this a fantastic day after yesterday. Let's make this a fantastic day after yesterday. Boom. Still going. Still going. Have I started trading options funding yet? Yeah, I'm dabbling in it. I like it, man. It's very simple, very clean. Works as it should. You know, it's good. I like it. I'll see how the first payouts go when I get there. If S&P goes, we could really fly. Yes, sir. We're just going, man. We are absolutely going. NASDAQ is straight freaking up. This is why I stay in. This is why, like yesterday, if you're wondering why I wasn't looking to short yesterday, it's because of this crap right here. Because we are in a massive macro bull trend. And I don't want to flip back and forth between bull short, bull short, bull short. I'd rather just wait for the bull move. And even so, yesterday was kind of like a non-performance day. Minor win doesn't even count. Today is what I look for. And it takes patience to consider that. And we are off to the freaking races. S&P is 77.65. NASDAQ is ripping, baby. Ripping. SPY should be due for a drop soon. We had that yesterday. Yeah, we had a nice drop yesterday. Look at the macro charts. If you're a VPA trader, right there. That right there. Not to mention this. Not to mention this. Every time we have a volume spike, where does the volume come in at? At the lows. That's accumulation. So we had our drop. This was our drop, and then yesterday was the micro drop. And now that if we close today's bottoms wicks, which it looked like we will, we'll recapture yesterday's highs, and we'll start putting in a 31,000 test on NASDAQ. Another bottom wick, instantaneous bottom wick on the 1 minute. The price action is very, very bullish, extremely, extremely bullish. And we're just going to repeat Monday and Tuesday. If we were to get lucky and get a pullback to reload in under long, where's a good place? The retest back down to probably 540 or so. In these macro conditions, it will pay you very well to remain in a bullish bias. Don't get caught up in the shorts and the bears. They always get destroyed. The shorts and the bears always get destroyed. Yeah, buddy. Launchpad, 29.6. The S&P is showing record level option buying on the call side for the S&P. Record level call buying. They are going to pump this to close out the summer. Absolutely pumping. Are we shorting 645? Oh my gosh, you would. You are dangerously close to getting a nickname in the server, but I will change your name too. Mama Bear, that's right. That's right. All the liquidity on Bookmac is 77.70. I said Bookmac, like mac and cheese. But yeah. Going for it, baby. How'd y'all do yesterday, by the way? Anybody have a great day yesterday? Did anyone short a lot of the move? What'd you do yesterday? Play the bounce, whatever bounce there was. Another bottom wick, NASDAQ still going. Still going. No shorting. No shorting. Bottom wick, 625 and going up to 700. All the way up. No shorting. Once they claim this area, NASDAQ will rocket to 700. We're back to Monday and Tuesday. I love it. They're about to do it. They are about to do it. All the way up. I had a bad day yesterday. I thought I can get into swing longs. Well, hey, did you? I mean, that is working out great now. Not sure if you saw my DM. I left for an appointment. Somehow a trade was made after a minute after I left the house and blew my account. New rule, manual lockout when leaving. Uh-oh, that's not good. That's not good. There we go. NASDAQ is about to go. Boom. New high, baby. And we are blast off. Blast off. Repeating Monday and Tuesday straight up. Do not short anything. All the way up, baby. All the way up. 1.5 billion call or put sold. 550 more million in calls. Also calls sold. They're not buying any calls here on the S&P. But they're straight up, baby. NASDAQ is all the way up. SanDisk is completely recovering. That's the primary driver of this. SanDisk was down 12%. They're now only down 4%. They've recovered almost all of the earnings drop. Remember, every single drop. Listen to the words that are about to come out of my mouth. Every single drop in the market. The only purpose of that is to regather and go up. The market, from an inherent, conceptually, structural, whatever word you want to put in standpoint, the market is not supposed to go down. The only reason it goes down is to reload. Just like soldiers. The only reason they reach into their pack to grab another magazine is to reload. Buy the dip. Is it smart to close before hitting 10K on a TPT funded? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If you hit $10,000 on a TPT in a single session, they'll lock the account for the day, and then you could trade again tomorrow. If you're on a live account, it does not do that. You can make, $500,000 in a single day if you want to. Days like today, I wish I had a funded account without consistency rules. Yeah, consistency rules are for the birds, man. For the birds. I strained my neck, raising my chin to help the candle go up. There you go. We are going straight up, baby. Straight up. How do you avoid re-entering while having a wrong bias? If you can't shake the bias, if I assume you mean shorting, then just don't trade at all. Just don't get in the habit. You have to, number one, and kind of what I always say is start your sessions off on the daily chart. Do not make the mistake of logging in, going right to the 1 in 5 minute and staying there. You've got to do every single session. You have to do a macro analysis. If the macro analysis is accumulation or blast off, then you're going to get smoked trying to short every little top tick. The markets are telling you that we are getting ready to rip and tear, that we're getting ready to go to the moon. And I'm sure a lot of people got wrecked the past couple of days trying to short this market. Don't do it. Set your daily profit target to TPT at 9,000. Avoid the pull alive. Nice. Nice. NASDAQ still going 29,650 all the way up to 800, baby. 680 to 700 first. That's going to be your first test. And then after that, if we reclaim, we are going to Launchpad, homies. We are going to Launchpad. Still going. No shorting. Do not short. You better have a dang good reason to put on a short position 3C, or you will get wrecked. Do not do it. Explain volume analysis and price action in short. It's a dance. It's a relationship. Volume and price action go together like lamb and tuna fish. When you see volume, my price action, when I see a volume spike come in, my eyes go to the price action. All right? I see volume. Now what happens? What happened to the candle when I see the volume spike? If I see a gigantic reaction to price, I'm going to go to look at the volume. Both together. And they paint a picture of what's going on. Activity in the market. So if I, like right now, for example, we're blast off into oblivion here, just straight up. And everyone's wondering, when's it going to stop? When do I take a long? When do I take a short, etc.? So right now, if we have a huge top wick with a tremendous amount of volume, that's a sign that we've hit supply. It doesn't mean we're going down yet. It just means we've hit a supply. And then we have to make a decision as traders on what to do. But right now, everything is straight up. We don't have volume. We don't have top wicks. Up, up, and away. It teaches, the order book is telling you what it's doing simply by understanding that what we are looking at here is just an order book. It's buys and sells. Yeah, read the book, Complete Guide to Volume Price Analysis by Anna Colling. It's fantastic. It's fantastic. And we are going straight freaking up, baby. ES is going to 77.70. All the way up. This is now 3 days of the week, 3 days out of 4 that the market is straight up. And I mean straight up. No pullbacks whatsoever. Just relentless bullish trend. This should not surprise you at this point. This should not surprise you at this point. We are in a macro bullish uptrend. Unfortunately, it makes for boring commentary because there's nothing else to do here except just go straight up. If the 15-30 are bearish trend, when is it okay to go long? When we break that structure, when a higher high is made. Just an absolute monster move. Why is price action so much clearer on NASDAQ? It's not always so much clear. It's not always so much clear. Days like today, it's clear because it's just straight up. There's no counter activity here. There's no 3C short indications that fail. It's just straight up. What a beautiful morning. I'm about to go fresh on the buffer on a brand new funded. Nice, D-Master. Just with a couple of micros, right? I love it, buddy. Well done, man. Well done. NASDAQ is coming off. Beautiful. Oh, beautiful for spacious skies. Straight up. When I look at TRADIFY, it says that we are only up about 25 points. Yeah, that's not correct. Something's wrong with your data, or you have delayed data. One of the two. Yeah, buddy. Straight up. 29,620. S&P is bottom wicking with volume. It's a high volume bottom wick. High volume bottom wick. NASDAQ dropping a little bit of a top tick. ES is coming off hard. NASDAQ 584 with volume. All right. If you're entering at 590, let's take a look. Where would you be having your stop right now? I'm thinking at 605. But that's too close. You talking about shorting at 590? We almost got up to my target here of 680. That's what I was looking for. Right here. We almost got there. We got within, 10 points on NASDAQ. And then a nice little sweeping top hook off of that area. So the reason why I picked that level was the SR flip from not only yesterday, from Wednesday, but the overnight pivot right here at 640. Right here. Beautiful stuff, man. Nice little top tick. Still going down. Still going down. A little bottom weight. Now, where do we go from here? That's the question. That's the question. Trend line hit on NASDAQ. 645, not a bad entry. Nice. Good stuff. Still wouldn't short it, though. Unless you're scalping. Not interested in scalping. Not interested in scalping. Still going. Still bottom wicket again. Right here. I take 30 to 50 points anytime I can get it. Yeah, I'm not interested in scalping though. I'm in it for the big hauls. So beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. What do you think about entering long here? I like it. We're starting to see the bottom wicks and going. Let's go take a look at the metals too. What are the metals doing? Gold. Gold put on a beautiful 3C right there. Bottom wick it up. Silver, beautiful bottom wick as well. Let's go to oil. Yeah, beautiful top wick and still holding. No volume to really indicate anything otherwise downside on oil. NASDAQ is putting on a bounce after a first rejection. This will be the first determination of what we go for into the afternoon. Oh, don't want to do that. Don't want to do that. Do not want to do that. One second. Doing some maintenance work. I have a limit order 29,545 right at the morning high. Nice. Nice. I think I may start maining gold. The price action already. Oh man, gold is most of the time. Gold's pretty nice. Most of the time. My only successful short is pretty rare. I hit a really big one during COVID when I was very into options. Nice. Yeah, shorts 90% of the time, if I had to guess, you're going to be on the wrong side of the trade if you're looking to short. It's just not a good thing. Your opportunities are so quick and so rare. It's just not good. Just don't do it. You're not going to be profitable long term trying to short all the time. And I come from a place of love. All right, NASDAQ is getting ready to take off to the upside. Selling calls in a big way again, yep. They're selling calls big time, but they're also selling puts. NASDAQ is beginning to regather up and retake into the high prices once it goes. ES is going to 77.60, 77.70, all the way up, baby. Yeah, buddy. ES is Man, AES is not even recovering that much, but that's okay. VIX is still getting pummeled all the way down to 1550. Selling calls like crazy. VIX is still getting wrecked. RTY is going up. Gold is about to break out again after a quadruple rejection at 43.30. Gold looks like it wants to reclaim 43.43 after that 3C long right there. It's amazing stuff. Amazing stuff. Just absolutely ripping after a 3C. 3Cs, man. It's nice and simple. Nice and simple. NVIDIA is rolling. ES is following. Nice. The Fed should turn more hawkish. No. Did I ever put in a tractor supply? I didn't. Although I should, because I give them so much money a month. I know you mentioned stops based on structure on 3Cs, but do you have a general amount of points used for stop loss when trading minis? Do I use brackets or always manual? Holy crap. You stupid chicken. Sorry, chicken scared the crap out of me. Just slammed up against the glass. Thought I was getting killed. I always use manual. I live on a farm, people. I mean, come on. I got chickens coming after me like crazy. I got chickens all over the place. Yeah, I always set the orders manually. Flashbacks. I know. It's like PTSD over here. My PTSD kicked in. What's the benefit of trading minis instead of just more micros? Why not just trade 10 micros instead of one mini? Well, number one is commissions. You're going to pay a lot more commissions on 10 micros than one mini. But honestly, people want the big bucks. They want the big dollars. Minis is where you make the wife happy. Charlie's in the trees. A lot of call selling, and put buying. NASDAQ just large sweeping top wick. Large sweeping top wick. I'll pay the extra commissions on. Yeah, I mean, it's not that much more. Definitely. It only becomes an issue if you are like putting on 10 micros and scalping the crap out of it. Like 50 trades a day. Boom, 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 boom. So I didn't know there was a difference between commissions for minis and micros. Well, I mean, like if you're doing 10 contracts on micros versus one mini, you're paying commissions on 10 contracts. And if you're scalping that, it's going to eat you up. Especially if you're scalping, something that doesn't pay that much per point. I mean, you're not going to do very well. Let's see if NASDAQ can do a little retracement here. I don't know. Currently not in any trade at the moment. Currently not in anything at the moment. We're going to see if we can get something going, but NASDAQ has got to do its thing. I was trading 20 to 30 micros, and I asked why I don't want to trade minis instead. Kind of good reason, too. Well, micros definitely control your downside when you're wrong, 100%. It's just the commissions part when you're scalping the micros. That's all. I'm a big believer in micros. I think they're an extraordinary product and heavily underestimated. But I think you underestimate. Oh, not you, but the general market underestimates how much money you can make on micros when you trade a 100-point trend instead of scalping 10 points because you're scared. It removes that fear index. And unless you're just dead wrong on a massive trend, you're going to make some pretty dang good money. All right, NASDAQ is coming off nicely here, all the way down. Can they close right here? This will be a 3C if they can close it right here. And maybe, just maybe, give you bears something to eat for dinner. Just maybe. Oh, Milan, you never told us true. Yeah, I never said that. Yeah. If you aren't making money with micros, you're not making money with minis. Probably actually going to lose money. Yep. I've said it before, man. Would you rather trade a 100-point trend with micros or a 10-point move on the S&P, sweating it out and trying to high leverage scalp? That's it. Yeah, and look, Magabaguli traded 400 points on NASDAQ with a micro and had his year with multiple contracts. It's amazing. All right, another top wick right here. Does chicken have a fatal attraction to you? Probably. How about nanos? That'll be different. Is this a change of character? It appears that way, but we're still rejecting the support resistance flip I called out this morning. Now, if you go over and look, we have this one here at 483, and I need to move up the fib here. Where's Mojo, by the way? Mojo's my fib guy. So we're just kind of coming back into this top side liquidity, 596. That's an engulfing red candle to the tune of about 100 points, which is nice. When you see hundreds of dollars swinging every candle and thousands during high news. Yeah. Yeah. The bears have got to defend this candle right here. Otherwise, if they give this up, we're going all the way back up. All the way back up. And we're going. Massive green engulfing candle. Sorry, you don't get any dinner tonight, bears. You don't get any dinner tonight. We are all the way up. All the way up. You can go to bed without dinner. Massive green move, baby. We're about to redo the entire range right here. You ready for it? Are you ready for it? Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Massive engulfing. Man, it sucks trying to short everything. Now we're coming up. If we retake 650, might take out 700. Another retest. So all the way up. All the way up. Tremendous call selling. So the 0DTs are not supporting any kind of rally, but the price action is definitely bullish. Definitely bullish. 610, 620, going to 630, 640, all the way up to 700. Let's watch it. Let's watch it go, baby. Let's watch it go. Massive top wick. Massive top wick. Look at all these lights. Like button. Heck yeah, man. Yeah. All right. Massive red candle all the way coming down. Beautiful stuff. These are pretty big shakeout moves. Pretty big shakeout moves. On NASDAQ, what's the left side price action at price axis? That is the comparison to Qs. That's a good observation. No one's asked that before. Yeah. $29,550. Still a little top wicks here. Our first mini was a couple of $1,000 loss, and it was sad for the rest of the day. Didn't know how to do it again. Yep, I'm telling you, man. Oh, man. I'm just trying to lock in my next payout, man. I'm just trying to lock in my next payout. I think it was 2 years ago someone said that market likes to fill in the gaps on Thursdays. Let's see if we can get today as that day. Definitely, baby. Definitely. Is this chart still bullish? It's still very bullish, yes. It's still very bullish. Longer time frame charts, baby. Longer time frame charts. Still defending this area, bottom wicking. If they give up this range, I would look for a retracement to 457, but everything's still being bottom wicked. It's still looking for another accumulation. Still bottom wicking. Monthly is insanely bullish. Yep. And all the long-term charts are insanely bullish. S&P is still coming down. S&P does not look bullish on the short term for the stuff. NASDAQ still does. So we have a massive divergence again, which has been pretty common for like 3 weeks now. It's just either one's up or one's down, and they take turns on which one's which. Yeah, buddy. Another bottom wick, NASDAQ, 570, 580, regathering. Nice little 15-minute bottom wick right here. Coming up, and then we looking for another retest of the 650, 670 mark. We have 77.50 has massive liquidity on ES. So we're kind of bumping up against that little resistance there on ES from the order book. Overall, we're just kind of back and forth in a consolidation here, but otherwise bottom wicky. ES is here. We're having lower highs in the 5 and 1. It looks like it wants to come down. NASDAQ here is 570. Another bottom wick again. Everything's still bottom wicking. Another 580 test. Can we get 580 to 700? I think YM might be showing the path. Maybe. Let's go take a look at YM. Coming down. Small caps are coming down. RTY. Nice little drawdown there on RTY and Dow. CL is heading back up. ES is putting on a couple of bottom wicks here. NASDAQ is doing the same. So otherwise, I mean, there's not too much going on at the moment, but we're defending this upper range. MNQ has an anonymous high of, oh yeah, that's spicy. All right. I'm going to hit refresh on the options because it looks like it hasn't moved in a while. Looks like this is the same stuff. So, NASDAQ is here. NASDAQ is 29,572. Getting ready to bottom wick and blast, baby. 570, 580, 590. And then we're going to 700 all the way up. Are you ready for the blast? Are you ready for the blast? Let's do it. Oh, man. Sometimes it's rough being right this much. Sometimes it is rough being right this much. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. All the way up. All the way up. 612 immediately. That's about a 100-point bounce almost in one candle. And we are going to the races, baby. Going to the races. They got everyone trying to short. They got everyone nice and bared up. And it's off to the races. Off to the races. I love it. I love it. Let's go. There we go. And back to new highs. Back to new highs all the way up. Once we claim 680, we're going to 900, baby. I told y'all, everything looks bullish. Listen to Daddy. Daddy is always right. Daddy is always right. Listen to Daddy. Fantastic, man. Fantastic. Absolutely perfect. No shorting, only longing all the way up. And I just locked in yet another payout on my 5 Take Profit Trader accounts all the way up. Take Profit Trader is the best in the business, and I am locking in payouts, taking things nice and easy on 5 funded accounts. Nice and easy. And of course, no shorting. No shorting. No shorting, baby. No shorting. All the way up. All the way up. We are going breakout central here. We are going breakout central. And we are flying to 900. Just be patient and we're going. Hang on and we're going. It's all you need to do. It's all you need to do. Here we go. Launch pad. Am I copy trading my TPTs? Yes, I am. I copy trade 5 TPT accounts. Well observed, big dog. Appreciate it. So this was the regathering. So we had a little top wick here to regather, and now we're off to the freaking races. Just absolutely off to the races and going. Launch pads. There we go. And then when people are going to try to reshort this, thinking we're going to go down, and they're going to launch it. You're going to put on an LFG candle, and it's going to be a quick 100-pointer, baby. It's going to be a quick 100-pointer from here. Once they take out that 668, I mean, heck, man, it's going to go. Watch. Watch. They're going to redo what happened at the open. Tremendous amount of put selling. Now they're rolling off the puts big time. All the way up. There we go. 680. We're going. They're going all the way up. I love it. What's up, Dave? How you doing? You making money? Y'all got super quiet on me. I guess you got shorted and you got wrecked. No shorting. No shorting. Trippy Mike, I love it. All the way up, baby. Have you thought about getting the Lucid Daily plans? They are the same as TPT. I don't, and I doubt they're the same as TPT. I'll have to take a look at it. They probably have a payout cap or something. But I'll have to take a look. I haven't looked at them. Daddy's always right. That's right, D-Master. Liquidity at 77.62. Absolutely no shorting. I'm floating in profits right now. Nice K2. I love it. Keep it up, buddy. Keep it up. It's fantastic. Keep it up. Extraordinary. Bookmap has 700 orders at 77.52 on Bookmap. 77.52, which is 5 points down from here. Need to get back over that TL on NASDAQ? Yeah. Qs retook yesterday's lows, late shorts. All right, beautiful. So NASDAQ or S&P just put on that 77.52 liquidity and rolled it all the way down. All the way down. Gather and go. Yeah. They put in a new high. Let's go take a look at the volume. I'm sitting on the 15-minute. The 1 minute put on a small volume spike there at the 11 o'clock candle. Right here. Boom. What happened, Nomad? What'd you do? We got 30 minutes or 20 minutes, I'm sorry, until London close, and then we're going to call it a day. Fantastic, beautiful day, though. Way better than yesterday. Yesterday was boring. This was extraordinary. Fantastic session. I love it. I love it. Bookmap is partnered up with a prop firm, 10-4. Never heard of it. Man, there's a new prop firm coming out every day, it seems. The land of prop firms nowadays. It's nuts. S&P is top wicking again. NASDAQ is bottom wicking to go back up. So ES is kind of piddling in the middle here. NASDAQ is getting ready to launch to put in a new high. I mean, everything is immediately bottom wicked, so of course no shorting. Nice little top tick off of the little range that we called the 680. 680 was my first target on the upswing, which I missed. But now they're doing it again, and once they claim that 680, I mean it's gonna go nuts. If they can ever claim that 680, man, it's gonna be a quick trip on up. So yeah, I think I'm the only person who uses my own capital, not prop firms. I use my own capital. I trade both prop firms and my own capital. NASDAQ is getting ready to freaking fly, baby. I'm telling you, we're just gathering inventory for up, up, and away. No shorting. 29,645 and going, and we're getting ready to launch. Absolutely launch on NASDAQ. You trade live? Nice, Ben. All the way up, man. Here we go. Big green candles. Get ready. Come on, baby. Give it to Daddy. Daddy's always right. Is it taxing on you to go live on the markets every day, YouTube? It is taxing. It's very taxing. I enjoy it, though. The only thing, I guess if I had to complain, the only thing I complain about is I don't get a chance to take like a week off. Because, you know, back before I was doing Discord, I would take like a week or two off, sometimes a month, and I wouldn't even trade just to kind of give my brain a break. That's the only part that I don't enjoy. Other than that, I enjoy everything. I enjoy meeting people and talking to people, meeting new people, helping people, getting angry DMs when y'all don't know how to control your risk. It's good stuff. All right, massive green up here, and once we take out 700, we are going to 900. They're going to freaking fly on the NASDAQ. Let's go. Up, up, and away. The witty banter, yeah. NASDAQ is GIP. Watch this. In the macro conditions of the long trade, you don't short into resistances. All the way up. Here we go. Freaking fly, baby. Freaking fly. All the way up. 670 and going up to 700. Once we take out 700, we're going to 900. And the market is going to go straight freaking up. Straight freaking up. No such thing as shorting. Do not short. You show me someone who shorts all the time, I will show you someone who is not profitable. All the way up, baby. 700 to 900. Coming up to 780. 780. Is 29.9 the high from yesterday? 29.9, we're coming up to 30,090 or 30,070 as yesterday's highs. Here's another top tick off this area, which I'm sure they will hold this time, absorb, and then put on the green. Blastaroni with cheese. Blastaroni with cheese. Semis, memory stocks bouncing. NASDAQ is going to get a big lift. Yes, sir. That's what happened. Is SanDisk got crushed overnight in earnings, and everyone tried to short that to kind of play that down. And what happens? The same thing that happens every single time one of these semis gaps down after earnings. They buy the dip and rocket ship every time earnings opens like that. This is what happens. Another bottom week. Now they're going to absorb, and you're about to see the biggest green candle of the day on NASDAQ to 900. Blast. Blast. Boom. Boom. You can call the NASDAQ little boy or fat man because it's about to blast. Blast. There we go. Still going. Still going. Come on, give it to Daddy. Oh, yes. Man, I hate being right all the time. Sometimes I wish I was wrong sometimes so I could have some fun. We are blasting, baby. Blasting. New high of the day, and we are going. There's an obscure military reference. Yeah, buddy. All the way up. Anyway, If y'all have any questions, let me know. I'll stop being intolerable. I'm just going to sit here and watch this thing go green. All the way up, baby. All the way up. I have my own trading strategy, and I'm successful, but I'm glad I found this channel for the fun. Nice user. Appreciate you, buddy. I try to have fun. We work hard. We have serious moments, and I try to, keep things light. It's kind of how I am in my personal life. I work hard, but I also try to have a lot of fun. My kids know me as the goof off, the fun guy, but we also know how to get to work. That's why all my kids are in all-stars. They're all stronger and faster than everybody, but they have fantastic personalities. So I try to have fun everywhere I go. Not to mention I've seen some pretty neat things in my life, pretty horrific things, and I gotta try to keep things light. What was Daddy's conviction on this? How do you know the Bulls were here today? Because of yesterday. After Monday and Tuesday, I learn a lot from you. I've said this a million times. I've learned a lot from you all in the DMs. I learn a lot from people who are struggling. I learn a lot from people who are not struggling, who are winning. And sorry, my wife brought a bunch of people here to sell them eggs, and they're showing them the view behind me, which is behind my office. It's a little distracting. They're watching me. I feel like I'm the chicken. Forgot what I was saying. Oh, the first 2 days were bullish. Very, very bullish. Extraordinarily bullish. And after the bullishness, everyone is dying to short. Like they're dreaming of the big short position. So what happens? Everyone tries to short because the emotions show up on the order book. Your emotions present themselves on the order book in terms of liquidity. People try to short. They pop it up. Not to mention the earnings play. The earnings play last night, SanDisk got wrecked all the way down. And what happens? And they got wrecked on good earnings. That's the thing. They didn't get wrecked on just missing earnings. They actually posted extremely good earnings. Got gapped down. What happens every time one of these big names gap down? They ramp it back up. Even if they do continue down in the coming days, they just ramp it back up. So, not to mention, in the macro trend, it pays to buy the dip. Why try to short the rips on a bull trend? The only time you short the rips is on a macro bear trend. So there you go. Dow's slipping. Yeah. Time keeps on slipping, slipping, slipping into the future. I don't know why I thought of that. Thank you, Eruption Later. Learned a lot from you. Nice, Marcus. Appreciate you. And we learned a lot from you. Thanks, K2. I try to teach a lot. I love it. SAR bomb? Ooh. Oh, man, I am hungry. I am hungry. What am I doing for lunch? Anyone doing anything good for lunch? What are we doing for lunch? There's a little red candle instantly bottom wicked. Y'all know the deal. Y'all know the deal. Y'all know the deal. Do you think we take 900 a day? I do think we take 900 a day. Yes. But it all depends on this little green shaded block right here. It all depends on this green shaded block right here. Not this one. This one. Tuna. Tuna's good. If you want a quick protein meal, by the way, if you go to any, I go to Costco, but they have you got the regular size tuna can, the double size, the big size. You get one of those in chicken. Now there's probably no telling how many chemicals are in that, but you get one of those big cans of chicken. It's got like 54 grams of protein. You could scarf it down in 5 seconds. Add whatever, a little bit of flavoring to it or whatever. That's a quick 50 grams of protein. Throw in a cup of rice. Boom, you got yourself a meal. So it's very easy to eat clean if you're looking to trim up and be healthy, and that's one of them. Movie and out to eat. Nice, Pastor. Where are you taking her? 38-year anniversary. Congratulations, man. That's a fantastic, fantastic achievement. Amazing. Where are you going to eat? Your 38th is next month. Nice. NASDAQ, another bottom weight. Chicken tuna. There you go. What's it called again? It's just a can of chicken. You know, it's the double can. You know, you got the single cans of, you know, like, in terms of size comparison, the tuna cans that everyone knows, like the small cans. Well, this comes in like a twice that size, but it's chicken. What platform am I trading on? I am trading on IBKR with my personal account and Quantower for my prop firm account. Get the can of chicken, but the rotisserie chicken's so good. Yeah, rotisserie chicken's good, but it's me knowing what I know about raising chickens. You know, I've raised my own pasture-raised meat chickens organically, and how much it costs and how much I have to charge to make money, and that the fact that they are selling full rotisserie chickens for like $5, it scares me. Something doesn't add up. Math isn't mathing. Loss leaders. Then we'll get you in the store. I love my wife for one reason. When she wants dinner or something fancy, she just requests me to cook. Yeah, me too, yeah. That's what happens when you're a good cook there, routine. I love it. Hey, congratulations on that, though. Still sketchy. Everything is sketchy, though. I am not a believer. I am, like, the older I get, the more I learn about organic. Like, we grow our own food. We cook and we grow our own chickens. Is the less confident I get in the food system because of the crap they put in the food. No blast yet. Maybe 900 power. Maybe, yeah. I'm stopped out of my trade, and that probably is going to be it for me today, unless something comes out in the afternoon. Remember, next week, Monday, begins afternoon streams. We're not going to be doing every day. We're only going to be doing Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and it's only going to be for Discord. But afternoon streams will kick off next week. That is a decent little red candle there. It'd be nice if they could sweep the range. That'd be fun. That'd be fun. What are the options showing? The options are showing aggressive call selling and not a lot of put buying. But that right there is a sweeping red candle. And we'll see if that's going to be used for inventory for our 900 blast or the sell-off. But now that I'm flat, I don't care if I'm wrong anymore. So we're good. I don't care what they do from here. They could shake and bake and dump 1,000 points for all I care. It's a nice little red candle. Say hello to 7700 on SPX. Hello. They take the expiring chickens and rotisserie them. Ew, that's gross. The S&P is quite different than the NASDAQ. The S&P is now in a structural downtrend. The NASDAQ is simply just a top tick off high. So completely diverged market, which is once again the same thing we've been seeing for about 3 weeks now. And it makes things a little bit more difficult to trade. In fact, if I might be going out on a limb here, but this is the first time I have seen this happen this many times in like this short of a period. I think in my entire trading career. I don't think I've ever seen NASDAQ and ES completely diverge this many days in this time frame. So something's weird. Something's changing and the underlying tones. And I think it has something to do with how weighted the market is. The market is incredibly top weighted right now. And more so than it's ever been. I mean, between all the tech names that are just rocket launching and everything else is kind of meh. It's interesting. What's your thoughts on that? What do you think? Who's smarter than me who can give some comments? I'm sure some of y'all are smarter than me. I'm not that smart. I'm just an Air Force pilot. I just push buttons and make things go boom. Which, by the way, blowing stuff up, top 5 male experience. Highly recommended. If your kids want to get into an awesome career field, military aviation is where it's at. Blowing stuff up is incredible. It's as good as it looks like out on the movies. $7.95 here on the puts buying. It's all based on zeros now, yeah. The Buffett indicator, the U.S. total stock market value divided by the annualized GDP, 219%, meaning that we are more overvalued than ever. Bottom wick. The divergence has not been making sense. All four are going opposite ways. Yes, sir, you're 100% right. I watch NVIDIA and it acts as an early signal for ES. That's a good idea, Steve. I like it. Routine, I know the guy in the server Routine, he's been doing that with SanDisk and MU, and it seemed to work pretty well. Don't you have to be super smart to be an Air Force pilot? I don't know. I mean, I did get a perfect score on my officer test, but that's not neither here nor there. I got lucky. Reading the market's your forte. Yeah. Doesn't MU move the queues more than SanDisk? I mean, I'd track both of them. I don't know. I mean, maybe. I haven't looked too much into it. We have a bunch of put selling here. Your forte is loud music, get it? Yeah, buddy. A little bit of red. Man, ES is getting clapped. Huge downtrend on the S&P. They are not looking good whatsoever. It's 100% a tech AI bubble. However, my refute to that, because you are correct, Will. You are correct. The deal is that the S&P is always in a bubble. If you go back and look at 1998, 2008, I mean, every time the market is pumping, it's because we have some sort of bubble. One sector is leading the pack, and it's one-sided. Bottom wick. Now, this one just so happens to be the biggest bubble in history. Like it's more one-sided than ever before and inflated than ever before. 100%. Situational Awareness Fund, after being wiped out last week, has now entered into another position. He puts $500 million into an unnamed company. So he took his proceeds from the Citadel purchase and he YOLO'd it into a $400 million position. Interesting. I feel like that's when you lose all your money, but you take one more trade and make all the money back, and you take that like, you know what, I'm just going to double down. Yeah, revenge trading. Revenge trading. All right, another topic here. Six more minutes, and we'll be in the London close. We have such a huge imbalance below us on the S&P. Take a look at the 2 hour. We do. Yeah, we do. So we got to break through the support. NASDAQ keeps bottom wicking right off of 560. The S&P is still kind of doing its thing, 77.38. The options look terrible. We're having a whole bunch of puts buying and calls selling, but everything is still bottom wicking everything. So we need to, the sellers have to absorb this and start eating into this lower liquidity. As long as they continue to give the buyers opportunities to hold, then I'm still looking for, I'm not looking to short at least. Not looking to short. How long did it take you to become profitable trading? 3 years is how long it took me. And that was not because of technical knowledge. That was because I had to learn myself. I had to learn how I act in the markets, and that took me 3 years. So to me, it was a process. It went from it was the lucky phase, the honeymoon lucky phase. So the first couple of months, I was killing it. YOLOing full port position sizing, and I got lucky a couple of times. Which, by the way, I have this story on my Making Millionaires podcast on Spotify. I told the story. But, yeah, man, I got lucky, and that was the worst thing that could have happened to me. I made a lot of money very quickly by YOLOing, and then I got cocky, and, of course, you know the story. I lost everything. And eventually kind of refunded, started coming back in, and I'd still lose a lot of money. It's not like I had an epiphany where I just started making money immediately. It took a long time of just losing money. And then it got to the point, it was like one step forward, 2 steps back. And then, 1 step forward, 1 step back. 2 steps forward, 2 steps back. And then finally I got inching away into profitability and realizing what the true key was. And the true key is small position, it's proper position sizing is the right term. And trusting your system. And you cannot exclusively scalp. I'm a firm believer that to be profitable long term, you cannot exclusively scalp the market. There has to be other aspects to your system. Investing. I would not be here without my long-term investing portfolio. I wouldn't be Options Millionaire. I would not have a Discord server. I wouldn't have my own personal account. Like if I was started out scalping and only scalping, I would not have the wealth I have today. So you have to have, that's 2 top wicks on NASDAQ and they're still holding it. So the bears keep hitting and the bulls keep defending. You have to have long-term investing portfolio and long-term exposure to the market. Otherwise, you're just never going to make it. You're never going to make it. It's too difficult. What's the Spotify episode called? I'll get the podcast series is called Making Millionaires. I'll have to get the actual. I don't remember the actual episode name. I'll get it for you. How is an F-16 pilot allowed to record awesome flight scenes like Channel Pilot? He has to get permission from the flight lead. So he has to actually get that approved. And then they approve it and do it. And they have to review the footage and make sure it's nothing top secret. All right, so that's top wick, about blast green. So you see that the buyers are defending every single little candle here still. So I just don't see a lot of reason to be shorting here. We keep having these little quick moves here that immediately end in just rocket ships. We have 30 seconds until the London close. What's the London close going to do for us today? What do y'all think? Green or red for the London close? I feel like I haven't had a sell-off dump in a long time. Well, thank you all for your experience and insight. Sometimes I wonder if the time I've dedicated is a waste. It's not a waste of time. And I guess that depends on you. The wasted time, it depends on you. What do you want to come out of this? Are you willing to make changes? Are you willing to stop the human emotions and go? That's the key. NASDAQ is absolutely blasting again. We're up 50 points from the lows and going. And once it's about to be 100 points. It's all buyers hitting everything, baby. Buyers hitting everything. S&P is 77.42, still hanging out at the lows, and it's about to launch. No shorting. No shorting. We're just through the London close there. So, all right, y'all. Hope y'all have a good day. That's going to be it for me. Hope you learned a little something. Still, I don't like to short after, especially rule number one, and I want you to really consider making this not necessarily a rule, but a key observation in your system. The day after a strong downtrend, consider completely disregarding your short bias. Sometimes you're going to have 2 strong downtrends in days in a row. But after you have a strong downtrend day, you need to heavily consider shutting down your short bias for the following session. I think most of the time that'll lead you astray. Or lead you in the right direction most of the time. So, yeah. I think that's all I got. If you have any questions, please hit me up. You can throw me an email, optionsmillionaire2020@gmail.com. You can come join the Discord server, which is discord.gg/optionsmillionaire. I posted it in the link to the video. Make sure if you want to get a prop firm, go sign up for Take Profit Trader. Fantastic. Best prop firm in the business. So, hope you all have a good rest of the session. Be safe, and be smart, and trade responsibly. Until next time, I'm out. See you.